Okay.
Okay, who is my calendar helper? Okay, Anderson. Okay, who knows what day of the week it is? Hold on, what day of the week is it? Think about your song. Okay, Wednesday, right? Okay, does anybody know what month we're in? Go ahead, Anderson. What month is it, Trevor? March, good job. Okay, and who can tell me what number this is? Go ahead, Anderson. What number is it starting? Okay, what number is this? That my fingers point to.
5,
A 2 and a 5, so what does that make? 20, 25. Okay, good job. Okay, so today is, repeat. Good job. Wednesday, March 25th. Okay, good job. Okay, who is my weather checker? You? Okay, go check. What's it look like out there? Rainy? Is there anything else going on out there? Is it cloudy, sunny? It's which one? Cloudy, good job. Okay, we're going to do our days of the week now. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 All right, everybody stand up. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, then you turn around. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, then you turn around. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, then you turn around. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, then you sit back down. All right, good job, guys. Okay, raise your hand if you know what letter of the week we are talking about this week. Haley. You, good job. Okay, we're going to go over some of our ones that we've already learned before. Trevor, what number is this?
3,
Isabella, what number is this?
10,
Layton, do you know what number this is?
4,
Good job. Anderson,
9,
good job. Holden, do you know what number this is?
6,
Good job. Sophia, do you know what number this is?
5,
Good job. Darty,
2,
Josiah,
7,
Johnny,
1,
Braxton,
8,
Jadence, what letter is this?
got a kite on it. What does kite sound like?
K.
Okay, good job. Very nice. Aiden. Hold on. Joey, do you know what number this is? Letter this is? A V? Good job. Santiago.
J.
Evan.
L.
Ian.
W.
Angelo.
X.
Guys. Haley.
H.
Trevor.
P.
Good job. Braxton. G. Holden. Darty. Angelo. Santiago, sorry. What number's letter is this?
S.
Sophia.
M.
Ian.
A.
Josiah.
F.
Look at it again. That's an elephant. What does elephant sound like? E. So what does elephant sound like?
V.
Can somebody help him? Aiden.
E.
Good job. Isabella.
F.
Good job. Johnny. Okay, this is a rabbit. What does rabbit sound like? R.
R.
Good job. Joey.
N.
Good job. And Anderson.
C.
Good job, guys. That was really good. All right, it's time to count. Get your hands up. All right, we're doing by ones first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Good job, guys. Okay, raise your hand if you know what we're talking about this week. Trevor, what are we talking about this week? What did you guys draw yesterday on your pictures? What happens in spring? Give me some things that happen in spring.
A.
Trevor, tell me something that happens in spring. What grows?
Flower.
Flowers. Okay. Sophia, what kind of weather do we have in the spring? What does it do outside?
Rain.
It rains. Okay. Can somebody else? Ian, can you tell me something else?
Baby bird hat.
Baby birds hatch. Darty, can you tell me anything else?
Butterflies.
Right. You see a lot of butterflies and flowers. Okay. There are 3 things that have to happen for a plant to grow. Does anybody know what those 3 things are? Aiden.
Lightning.
What's in the sky that shines?
Sun.
The sun. Okay, you need that. What else do you need? Layton, do you know what else you need?
Seed.
Well, yes, you do need a seed, but if the seed's already planted, what else do you need? You've already got sun. What else do you need to make it grow?
Dirt.
Well, dirt's already in there too. What about what do we put on plants to make them grow? In a pitcher, we pour it on it.
Water.
Water. Okay. And there's one last thing. What else do we have to help plants grow? We breathe it. Evan, what is it?
Air.
Air. Good job. So you need sun, water, and air, right? To have plants grow. Okay, I'm going to read you a book about Curious George, and he plants a tree. George was a good little monkey and always very curious. Today was a good day to be curious. The man with the yellow hat was taking George to the Science Museum. The museum was one of George's favorite places. There was always something new to see and interesting to learn. Often there was a special exhibit. George wanted to know what it was today, but first he had to make his favorite museum stops: the rocket room, the mirror maze, and the butterfly space. Finally, George and his friend made it to the special exhibits room. The sign read, "How can you take care of our planet?" George learned many things: how all people, animals, plants, air, and water on the planet make up the environment, how trees help keep the air clean, and how people can help protect the environment from pollution and too much trash. George had a great time and didn't get into any mischief. And he and his friend were leaving. They bumped into the museum director. Dr. Lee looked happy to see him. "How is my best monkey visitor?" Dr. Lee asked George. "I'm so glad I ran into you. I wanted to tell you that we're having Green Day rally tomorrow at the park." George was curious. Whatever a rally was, he was sure that a park was a good place to have it. "We're going to plant a truckload of trees and collect used paper for recycling," Dr. Lee explained. "We didn't have much time to advertise, but we had lots of volunteers. How would you like to help out?" There was nothing that George liked better than to help. "What a great idea," said the man. That night, George was ready to do his part for the recycling drive. He gathered every newspaper in the house. He stacked old mail on top of the papers. He piled empty cardboard boxes and food cartons on top of that. What more could he add? George scratched his head. Then he took several books off his bedroom shelf. Just as George was about to add them to his recycling pile, someone lifted the books out of his hands. "Not so fast, George," the man said. "These books are made of paper, all right, but you can read and enjoy them many times. And when you're done, you can donate them to other kids who would like to read them." The next morning, George and his friends set out for the park with their wagon of neatly stacked paper. Suddenly, the man stopped and said, "I forgot my gardening gloves." "Go on without me, George. I'll be there soon." As George walked down the street, he spotted several newspapers lying about on his neighbor's front stoop. George had an idea. He had lots of room in his wagon. He could recycle all of those newspapers. And the newspapers were not the only things he could recycle. He noticed a stack of paper cups sitting on a table under a tree. Into the wagon they went. So did a pile of magazines and a heap of papers someone left on the sidewalk. George was happy with his great load. At the park, he found Dr. Lee standing under a big banner. "Good morning, George," Dr. Lee said. "I'm so glad you came and brought all your friends."